Where, like, how?
What it do, y'all? We got a crazy ass video. We got another Jubilee joint. And it's my tics show my true feelings. Agree or disagree. And this is for people with Tourette syndrome. So people will be like ticking and uncontrollably. As a person who has, like, I be catching chills. I don't want to say I be ticking, but you might see me sometime. I might just like, that's like real because it's like in my bones. So like, okay, if it's like that, okay, cool, because I get that myself. But people be cursing, SMD, stupid bitch,
But sometimes
I hate you.
It don't be
like how
that.
like how does your brain know to just activate those specific words in that specific order?
Sometimes, well, yeah.
Like
I was gonna say,
it's
sometimes
just
be...
like bro, I watched True Life when I was a little kid, the Tourette syndrome episode. Everybody saw that when we was younger.
I seen when they like make noises, like not
the
in
tics,
that episode,
right?
But I seen.
I'm like, it wasn't until like South Park made fun of the Tourette shit, and then it made it like cursing, and that's when you start seeing that more. Because me and my brothers used to do that on the train, trying to be funny. Now it's just rolling. I just think it's BS. I'm not gonna say Tourette's is BS, but I do think some people
probably fake
BSing because it's not a hard illness to fake, but it might be a hard illness to prove, if that makes sense.
Maybe not prove, but I feel like maybe a hard illness. And you can't. I feel like for the outsiders, how could we really tell? Because it's not common to hear somebody say they have Tourette's.
That's what
so you
I
don't know
it's
what you're
hard
looking
to prove.
for. Yeah.
It's hard
but
to prove.
outside
it's
of looking
easy
in,
to fake, hard to prove.
Because I'm like, outside of looking in, we don't know what we're looking for per se. Like, it's not.
Because
you don't hear people say they got
since a little
Tourette's.
kid, like, but I just always called it chills. Like randomly, I might just get something in my spine and it just make me go like, you know what I'm saying? Just make me
Same, but
like that.
everybody
Like,
gets that.
so if it's like that, where it's really it is uncontrollable, you don't control it. That's your body just doing whatever it do. Then okay, I believe it. But these like the people who let's just get into it.
I can sit here, you. You're a piece of shit. I don't like you. You. That's just a tick. I promise. I think
like I don't want to sound rude and disrespectful. Oh, I don't believe them, but I'm like, bro, how? Like what? Everybody's just cursing. Shut the fuck. That's why I clicked it.
Wait.
I didn't care about the questions they asked. I wanted to see if these people gonna really be standing there like doing this.
Wait,
much.
I was gonna say like I don't get it. Maybe because I'm not a doctor, I haven't seen no videos. I was gonna say from what I seen, don't you get stuck saying something? Like, isn't it? Like, cause what I see, like people might tick out physically, but they also might get stuck, like saying something, or they have a word that they go to when they're having a episode, and they repeat it like constantly while they're ticking and stuff like that. I'm like, how I don't get the
stutter.
Like a stutter, but
like they are full blown cursing, making full sentences like straight at you. Like I'm like,
yeah, like I'm confused.
That sounds like you're doing that, bro. Like it don't sound like Tourette's. Like,
unless it's something in your body that don't have no filter, like the filter. Because I think we have that, like the conscious to know when and when not to say something. Unless something happened to your head like
even,
that.
it's just a point. It's a sentence. It's a phrase. You're not just saying a word. Like you get what I'm saying? You're saying a complete phrase, and then she just said a series of phrases that's hurtful. Like how does your brain decipher to only say hurtful shit? Like that just don't make sense to me. Not Tourette's don't make sense. It makes perfect sense. But people who like the cursing and shit, like it's just a little off to me.
you know.
Let's go. First
3,
question.
2, 1.
It bothers
go.
me what? Nobody ticking. Nobody.
I have a lot of funny tics, whether it's just word tics, whether it's a big movement, whether it's my cussing tics. I also make social media content on TikTok exploring the funny sides of Tourette's and what it's like to live with Tourette's. And when I'm with my friends, we laugh at my tics because they're funny. Cow.
I heard they make tics to try to stop. No, I heard they make sounds to try to stop themselves from ticking. I definitely seen that before. So that means y'all are mentally and consciously saying what you're saying. Your body is ticking. That's two different things, bro. That means you mean what you're saying, right? No? Because I'm like, it seems like she was saying fuck as in like she's ticking fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, which means mentally she knows what she just said.
All I'm gonna say is, I peep, ain't nobody ticked or did nothing until she started talking. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm not calling nobody out. Nobody's faking. Nobody. All I'm saying, I ain't noticed nobody do their ticking until she started talking, and then it just became so uncontrollable for everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
So,
what if they were ticking before the video, but why everybody started
was
ticking at
standing
the same
still,
time?
right there, standing still while they was asking the question, nobody was ticking, nobody was doing nothing. It wasn't to the word tick.
No, I'm saying that could have been a shot. What if they?
I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't want
Like,
to seem like I don't believe people, but I'm just saying what I see.
And when people laugh with me at my tics, then I feel more accepted and I feel more myself and I feel like I can freely tick. But if you're laughing at me, that's a whole different story. If you're making fun of me, that's drawing the line.
I realized that what would be way worse than being laughed at is if like my friends and peers and family.
Did you hear that?
what?
Eric's a pedophile. Like, what? What?
She's wildin', bro.
Being laughed at is if like my friends and peers and family were like
Who's
trying to
Eric?
baby me, you know, and like be tiptoe around me and like walking on thin ice. Like I would much rather be like made fun of.
While they talking, they get through it. All right, let me shut up.
From somebody
I'm not
that I
trying to
don't
be
care
insensitive.
about, then like know that I'm being treated differently by the people in my life just because I have this thing.
Sometimes I'll say something like just kind of mean all around, really insulting to someone. At that point, it's like the only way to play it off is if it's like a friend, of course, is to like laugh at it, be like, wow, that's such a ridiculous thing I just said. What? So it definitely does depend on the tick.
Anyone who like laughs with me, like they're my
me look
boys,
this
like
up.
bro, like I just met them, like yeah,
on.
laugh at me at Twitches, I don't care, bro, like I don't care. If you don't laugh, you're gonna look at me weird, then I'm gonna be like, yo, what the fuck you looking at, bro? Like, the fuck, everybody here is laughing, you just look at me, that's like disrespectful right there, you know?
I think it definitely is a distinction of laughing at someone rather than with them. Again, using common sense. Like Summer said,
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck
Fuck
you.
you first.
What? No, wait.
Never to this video I ever questioned people with Tourette's. So I got a group of people with Tourette's. I never questioned it. I never questioned it being real. Just watching, you know, like a documentary following one person or something. But a room of them, it's like, bro, I feel like somebody is capping. Like, how you just gonna fuck you back?
That's what I was trying to say. Like,
But this is what I said. You can't use Google because every time you Google something, you're gonna find what you're looking for. I bet I could Google right now, is Tourette syndrome fake? We could find the article.
let's see. Well, yeah, but
My whole thing
No,
is,
but I was
if
gonna
you
say,
never
wait.
taught, like, bro, it's so many quote unquote curse words, right? And it's all about where you live. If I go to China somewhere saying fuck, they don't even understand that word. So it's like, how does the brain choose which specific words and phrases to say? Like, that's my only question.
Well, it's a real condition, but it could be faked, it says on the second article. But wait, I was saying,
about 20% of the people who have Tourette's don't even know they have Tourette's.
wait, I was thinking, what if a part of Tourette's is like a part in your brain, like, it's just messed up and it causes you to say like mean stuff. I'm not gonna get deep into it. And I looked it up. I didn't look up that per se, and it does says that like if there's damage to a certain part of the area, that causes more aggression and anger in people with Tourette's and tics. And that's what I was trying to explain earlier. Right. Like, that's the only reason I could imagine you being unable to filter yourself, because they do be saying if you damage a certain part of your brain, you might be meaner, nicer, sensitive, like whatever. So
Right.
I was like, that's the only way I could
But
understand
my whole
it.
thing is still the specific words. Like specific words. That's my whole thing. It's the fact you were saying specific words. Like you don't have to curse to be aggressive.
Yeah, but I'm sure. Okay, so what if somebody without tics just found just be ways to like talk to you? Like it's the same. It's just because they have the knowledge of those words
But I
that
could
they
go,
shoot in their.
good morning. Like that's aggressive. That's like an aggressive ass good morning.
They also say
Instead
anger.
of just going, fuck you, bitch. Fuck you too. Fuck me. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it aggression or the words? See, like, I feel like people, like, you read that and you going off, those are aggressive words. But my energy is words. We give words meaning. A word is not, doesn't have the power till you put the emotion behind it. Because you can say fuck you and that's not, like, he joking around somebody, like, fuck you, but I don't actually mean like fuck you, like I hate you or something, like middle finger to you. It's just like knock it off, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's the expression you put behind it. I get the aggression part. The words is where they're losing me at. Cause like I just said good morning very aggressively. Anybody, if I came up to somebody at work or something and I say good morning like that, I'd be like, what's wrong with you? Why are you saying like good morning like that? So like in your face, so aggressive, rude. Compared to, you know, just the brain says, say F words, say B words. What if you come from a household, they don't say those type of words? So
You're gonna look for other mean things to say to get the same effect. It, like you said, is also about the tone and stuff like that, the delivery. So I'm like, you could hurt somebody's feelings just as bad without using them words. I'm gonna leave it at,
I believe in that the tics and stuff happen. I believe there are people who do shout phrases. But I just feel like the curses are just too specific. Like it's like you don't say no other words aggressively, just only curses. Like I don't. Okay. Like I feel like it's some South Park stuff. Like I'm telling, like before South Park, I saw the True Life MTV show, and it wasn't too much cursing and stuff like that. But it wasn't to South Park when Cartman got it. Like he's just cursing. He's like, oh yeah, you could just curse now. You could just curse. Like. Now, it seems like everybody who has it has these, like, curses and stuff. Like, everybody's just being really, really rude. And I don't know. Let's just keep watching, try to understand more from this video.
I went to a restaurant a couple weeks ago, and wow, I was ticking pretty bad. Wow, fuck off. And the table across from me started, like, laughing at me and trying to get me to tick. And, like, wow, just treating me like a sideshow more than anything. And that...
Hold on. Let's see some comments. The girl saying fuck you to each other made me giggle. The random slut in the background when she said I want a boyfriend.
Okay, so this is fun. So there's hot takes that our audience has submitted, which are assumptions that they make about people with Tourette's.
I didn't know what they were about to ask.
Having sex is hard because of my tics.
It makes it better. I call it the twitch stroke. That's what I was calling it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, gosh.
I hit him with the twitch stroke, and like I could go for like hours, all night, 6 hours. It's like endurance. Like, yeah, I twitch sometimes here and there, but it's like they don't care. Like they like it. It's weird.
It's okay for people with Tourette's to say the N-word if it's a tic.
I
strongly agree. Yo.
Wait.
That shit get your ass beat, nigga. I don't give a fuck.
What is wrong with y'all?
Nigga, my hands got that shit too, man.
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
I think
Word. It's a real question. Hold on. Cause
I think we're really loud right now.
not even. Where's my charger? Bro, the N-word, some of them said strongly agree. Like, what do you mean agree? Like, bro, you gonna get your jaw tapped, like, every single time.
Yeah, we don't care.
Like, what, you think somebody's gonna believe that right there?
Yeah,
like, somebody's just gonna believe that? Like, see, this is what I'm saying with the specific words. Like, come on, G. Like,
we don't care.
You can't say happy. Niggas don't say happy. Like, niggas don't say bike. It's just like, millions of other words to use, but there's like 7 curses. It's like our brain just gotta say these 7. They gotta say these things.
And
Tick.
I have that tic, and you know.
Run it back. So he just said the N-word. Like now that they say, oh, do you say, oh, yeah, that's one of mine. I have one of those. And in this era of people faking illnesses and shit. Let me sit right. Because I'm off to the side a little bit. I'm putting my thinking cap on, son. My thinking cap is on, B. I'm listening. I'm watching.
Have that tic, and you know, it depends on the context of the situation. You know, if you're like an actual really shitty person and you enjoy saying it, and someone's like, oh yeah, like I really want to say this word, but it's okay because I have Tourette's. People will just excuse it as a Tourette's. And really, no, it's not okay. But you know, with this certain tic, I sometimes don't know when it's coming, and I have no control over holding it back.
It's not right for anyone to say that if they, you know, aren't black. But the thing is, it's involuntary. You can't control how.
I don't understand y'all.
Like, do you get what I'm saying now? Like,
no, I get it, but I'm just like, I wish I understood like how this works, because I don't understand and I feel lost and I don't know what to say anymore.
I believed they losing me with this video.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna say the disease don't exist. Well, the what do you call it? It's not a disease.
I can't. Disability? I don't know.
Like, it's definitely a disability, but what would you consider an illness, like a mental illness, or like a mental?
I don't know exactly. I gotta.
Yeah, I don't want to disrespect them. It's definitely not a disease. It's definitely not. No, you can't say it. Put it like that. You can't. You around the wrong black person, they not gonna wait around long enough to figure out that you got Tourette's. They'll think you trying to be funny. And the fact that you probably tell them that you have Tourette's, they'll probably feel even more disrespected because now I feel like you think I'm retarded. Excuse me. Like you think I'm crazy or I'm dumb or something. That you thought like you could say that and then tell me that and then I'll just turn around like it was good. Like, oh, okay. So I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And living in New York City, bro, I'm sure of just the thousands of people you come across every day just through your commute through the city, through whatever journey you on in life, going to work, school, whatever. You come across thousands of people, hundreds of people every single day. New faces every single day. And ain't not one time anybody could tell you they came across somebody who just gotta randomly just blurt that shit out. Like I guarantee I've been on the train, the bus, in the same store with somebody who's actually diagnosed with it. At no point in my life ever has I just heard somebody just, nigga, oh, sorry guys, no, never. So I don't know how y'all think that's gonna fly. And you can see how many people agree with it, cause like, how can you agree with it? It's a negative word. You shouldn't agree that. You should say, no, I don't have the right to say it. And the fact that I say it, I don't like that. Not agree and just be cool with it. Like, no, bro, it's still a bad word. You don't get an exemption now because you have disability. Come on, that don't even make sense, bro. That don't make sense. You should, the fact that you agree that you should say it shows me like, yo, bro, you might be BSing. Cause at least homie, he might be BSing too, but at least he said, I disagree with it because it's still a bad word. Regardless, he said it's still a bad word. Even though we can't control it, it's still a bad word. And then she told, oh, it's uncontrollable. But you agree with saying it, so you comfortable with saying it. You don't mind saying it. So what's the difference if somebody didn't have Tourette's and they just was comfortable saying it? They just felt like saying, how I'm supposed to feel about them? Now I'm supposed to change because you have a disability? No, it's still the same disrespectful word. If you're not part of it, stay away from it. Like, we don't give no passes out. Like, nobody's gonna stick around long enough for you to, you know what I'm saying? If they argue with you and then they deem you, all right, this person's actually off, all right. We ain't gonna beat you up, but it's gonna be somebody who's not gonna wait and take a second. They're gonna see white skin said that, and who knows what happens to you, bro. Like, I'm just being real. Like, I'm just being real. Like, so no, you can't agree with that. Like, how you gonna agree? Strongly agree. Not a single black person up there strongly agree.
Disorder, you can't control what you say, but I still agree that, like, in normal conversation, don't say it unless you have the right to say it.
Nobody
just say that I'm only over here because it's the way the dress.
Serious. This is a serious question. Snap the ass by. Look, everything was just mad uncontrollable. Now everybody's good at the same time.
In my mind, and probably a lot of others, it's like what you want to do or say the least is the thing that your Tourette's wants you to do or say the most.
Verbal tics sometimes show your true feelings.
So I can sit here, fuck you, you're a piece of shit.
I know.
I don't like you, fuck you. That's just a tic, I promise.
I figured.
But, you know, I can go around saying I want a boyfriend. But do I actually want a boyfriend? Maybe not. Maybe I do. I don't know. It kind of depends.
She looked back. Niggas called that a slut.
But do I actually want a boyfriend? Maybe not. Maybe I do. I don't know. It kind of depends.
I have some vocal tics where I call them my truth tics, and I'll be like, do you want to know a secret about this person? And then I'll be like, you have hair, or...
Don't give your secrets to nobody who suffers from Tourette's. It's a syndrome. It's a syndrome.
It's a syndrome.
Yes, it's a syndrome. Don't give them your secrets. She just admitted. She telling everybody. And she gonna be like, yo, I'm fucking. Yo, you should have never told me this. Like, yo, that bitch is she doing this.
Yo.
I heard she was.
Help. He needs help.
You're tall. Like, it's things like that. So in those cases, it's not really
wearing teal for Tourette's.
Like, sometimes I will... Those cases, it's not really...
wearing teal for Tourette's.
Like, sometimes I will say what I'm feeling, but most of the times it's just coming from somewhere in my brain that I have no idea. These are mom jeans.
She just stole her Tourette's. I just want to say that.
Like, everybody just got battle Tourette's in here. We just be battling each other,
like I'm like, she just completely stole her Tourette's. The only reason I say that is because she said, when I'm telling the truth, it's just really basic, like, shit, like, you have hair, like, you're a tall person, like, stuff like that. My sis realized that was her tic. It was like mom jeans.
Just mom jeans.
Like, so.
I'm guessing if they thinking it, they just
say it.
Say it?
Yeah, I think that's how it works.
Okay.
The most comfortable.
I feel like it's an inside joke. Like, all these niggas is inside of, like, yo, I don't know, bro.
It's hard. 3, 2, 1, go.
I don't think Tourette's makes it hard. Not at all, like, to be honest, no. I think it's just hard in, like, this generation nowadays. It's just hard, dude. You can't, that's it. But Tourette's never affected me with, like, finding somebody, you know?
I agree that dating in general is hard. Adding my personal Tourette's on it makes it 100 times harder. Every single second of every day, I'm ticking. Whether you notice it or not is a different story. Like, I've literally gone on dates and just been so anxious and been ticking so much that I ended up leaving, and, like, the other person seems visibly uncomfortable. So it just takes that much harder to find someone who's willing to commit.
Is little things where, like, you know, I can't cuddle with someone because the second they touch me, I, like, tense up and I'm just like, you know, although I do want to cuddle with them. So yeah, it really just depends on the severity, but for me, it hasn't been so bad. But just because I don't believe that it's hard doesn't mean that her believing it is hard is invalid.
Yeah, definitely with things like cuddling or hand holding, I feel very restricted, and my tics are like, let's break out right now. So that's a bit difficult, but I think if you find the right person that isn't just with you to pity you because of your condition, then it's, wow, a lot easier.
I feel very lucky. I've been with my boyfriend now for...
Next question.
I have lost opportunities because of my disability. 3, 2...
I think the damage is done. The damage is done. This is 24 minutes. We ain't even realize. My son J. Cole is performing right now. We are missing that. So we're going to go do that now. We're going to go watch J. Cole. So you guys...
Like, comment, subscribe.
All right.